talked many times about having to take your leadership, your toughness, and of course this week will be no different. But captains this week on offense, we have Marcel Williams and Keon Davis for the first time. Keon's just a guy that just he's a really good football player. He finds a way to make plays, and excited about where he is right now. And then the other on defense, we got Ryan B and Malik Gant. And Malik Gant's a guy that just keeps making plays, and really tough guy out there. So we're going to need that this week. As you know, going into conference play, I don't know if I've ever, Steve will have to answer that question for me. I'm not sure we've ever gone on the road and opened up in Conference USA since I've been here. Maybe we have. I don't remember it. But it's always a challenge to go on the road. We got the opportunity to, this week to play one of the top teams in our conference. Western Kentucky's got great tradition there, and so it'll be a great challenge for us, and we'll do a great job of the preparation this week, getting ready to head that way. So I'll take some questions here and we'll get rolling.
Kind of crazy, Doc. They've certainly played a few quarterbacks thus far.
Well, they have. Eccles is their senior. Whether he'll play or not, I don't know. He started the first two games for him. He is their senior. They played against us some a year ago out here. They had a specific package for him out here when we played him out here. So he played that game a year ago. The other two guys are younger players, but the thing about they don't change a whole lot with what they do. Probably the package is expanded a little bit with Eccles in there because he is a senior, has played. But you look at them on tape, they're not a whole lot different with any three. They're going to have quarterback runs mixed in there, and all three of them have the ability to do that. So they don't change a lot.
Seems like Duncan really got into a rhythm late last week against Ball State, and especially on the ground, he was able to do some things that the others haven't been able to yet.
And he got a victory. He got in the second half, and so I assume that's who we'll see. Who knows? I don't know. But that being said, he went in the second half, did a great job for him, and found a way to come out of there on the road with a win. So I'm sure that means a lot to their coach and their players, and it's probably what we'll see starting. So that's how we guess.
Doc, what was the best thing you saw from the film Saturday, and maybe the thing you want to work on?
Well, yeah, I think I saw some. There were some good things. They just played extremely hard. I thought our special teams as a group played the best we played all year. And we had the one mistake there at that first kickoff, but the kid was trying to do exactly what we told him to do and what we coached to do, is that step to get your foot out of bounds and catch the ball, because you get the ball to the 35-yard line. That's what he coached to do. He just didn't quite get it executed, but the rest of it was clean. Our kickoff returns were good, our kickoffs were excellent, and that type of thing. So, but we got to improve in all areas. I thought, Isaiah he stood in there, made some throws, did some good things, but just overall, there's a couple things you have to do. Keith, I think number one, we got to get off the field on third down. That quarterback kept a lot of teams out there on third down, other than just us, because he's extremely accurate with what he did, and the receivers make plays. But we've got to find a way to get off the field on third down. We got to stay on the field on third down. We got to convert third downs as an offense, and we got to be more consistent on the football. We can't become one-dimensional. We have to run the ball a little better. So we'll focus on that this week and see if we can get that done.
The difference in conference play and non-conference play, what is that for coaches and players alike?
Well, obviously, every program, I'm sure everybody has the same conversation we do at the beginning of the year. Your ultimate goal is to go win a conference championship. So, once you get, I told them last week, or I told them last night, you got 8 straight weeks, really 9 weeks, but you got 8 straight games. You know that every game's a championship game. You got to prepare that way. So, you look around our conference, and there's so much. There's not. I think there's a lot of people that are just about the same type of teams, and you have to prepare every week to go play where you get beat. So that's we got to make sure we do a tremendous job preparing. Western Kentucky, as I mentioned, is a good football team. It's got a lot of really good players.
Is there any extra excitement because it is Western Kentucky? I know the fans do circle this one.
I think so. I think at the end of the day, it's a conference game. It's your first conference game, and so regardless of who it is, I would hope you would you prepare the way you prepare to go try to win a championship. But there's no doubt that we've had some history with Western Kentucky, and they're an excellent football team. And I'm sure they're treating it as a rival. So I heard their coach say that. So obviously they think it's a rival. So we do too. We'll prepare and get ready to go play.
Their receivers, I know that they've gone through some quarterbacks, but Jernigan and Jackson have been a couple guys that have been there for a while. How does that help ease the transition for whatever quarterback might be in if they're young?
Well, they're those kids played a lot of football for them. They lost Furby, who played a lot of football. Their tailback. They're playing with a couple of young kids there tailback. But the one thing that you notice about them is those receivers are guys that you all seen out, play out here for a couple of years. So I'm sure that's the stability part. you know, of their offense, they got two guys that can make plays. They're good players, and they try to get the ball to them. And they got some good young freshmen. 14's a kid from Louisiana that you know, they try to get the ball to him in space, and they got, of course, a couple of young freshman tailbacks. That one of them had, I think, 98 yards or close to 100 yards there last week. So they got good players, they got good skill, and a good challenge for us.
Defensively, their back end is really experienced, but the front seven's a lot of new guys. How
Right.
important is it for you all to establish a run, something y'all haven't
Well,
been able to do
as I
yet?
mentioned before, we have to, you know, I thought against Miami we did. You know, in Miami, I thought we ran the ball pretty well. We had to go back to doing that because I think any team, whether it's us or whoever, if you become one-dimensional, it becomes a problem. You know, so we got to, you know, hopefully do a little better job running the football. We'll work hard to try to get that done.
Keon, you mentioned him, I thought he obviously had a lot of second effort yards and yards after the catch. He just plays hard.
He does.
Talk a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
he does. I mean, you know, he's one of them guys you say, what in the world is he doing? All of a sudden you look up, he's made a play, you know, and whether it be kickoff returns or, you know, whether it be on offense. And, you know, he's doing a good job catching the football, and he's just amazing. He loves to play. You know, he shows up every Saturday, and whether it be on kickoff returns or playing tailback or whatever. But he's a good player that he's deceptive. He doesn't look like he runs very fast, but nobody hardly ever catches him. So it's a good thing. But he loves football. He's a great kid, and he's doing a nice job for us.
Getting more so loose and getting him involved with you know, Isaiah and getting them on the same page a little bit. How good was that to see last Saturday?
Well, you know what's happened to us, and NC State did a nice job getting that done. Is they were not going to let Brady beat them, and they did a good job of taking Brady out of it, not letting it happen to him this year. What happened to him a year ago. So that being said, other people have to be able to step up and make some plays. I mean, they made the one play because of what they were doing with Brady with Marcel. Had the other opportunity with Willie and didn't quite throw and catch it. So when that happens with Brady, then we got to be able to run the football a little better, and we got to be able to step up and make some plays one-on-one, which we made one of them, but weren't able to complete enough of them to take advantage of what they were trying to do.
How about what Jaquan's done, not just on the kickoff, but he was in on a lot of plays on defense.
He's getting better. You know, I mean, his big issue, he just got to learn, you know, what's going on, and you know, where we can get in there and make sure he's in the right gap and doing the right thing. He's a good player that's going to play more and more, and he gets his third cause fumble on kickoffs. So he's done a nice job with that part of it. As you mentioned, he played a lot more defense too. So you know, he continues to get better, and the more he continues to get better as far as his assignments and everything goes defensively, the more he gets more fun.
How many more different looks can you all do up front with B getting back into the mix, even if he's only playing 25, 30 plays?
Well, our goal was to play him 30 against NC State. He played 32, you know, which we didn't want to play him. So he came out of it pretty good. So you know, we'll see. I think Malik Gant playing a little better, and they're playing better, and you know, Holmes in there. We can have the option to put Ty inside a little bit. So I think I mentioned you want to get those kids to where they're playing 60, 70, 80 snaps a game. Hopefully we can keep all those guys around 45 or so and get a good rotation there going. But him being back playing helps, no question.
You know, we looked at the end of the game, and Tyree got a little bit, you know, gimped up, banged up, whatever you want to call it, toward the end of the game. And I looked down and looked like Obi was too, or receivers pretty healthy coming in.
They're both fine. Good.
I think Darius Hodge got his first action last week.
He had an ankle the first couple of weeks of camp. He got behind a little bit, and the last 2 weeks has really come on and become a good player. He played quite a bit Saturday, and that'll continue because he's got a lot of potential, and he's starting to turn that potential into production because he's a talented player.
I know you all emphasize special teams a lot. It seems like Western, if there was one area that they've struggled a little bit, it has been special teams. How important is that field position battle this week?
Well, it's always important. You know, always important. And we go into every game trying to win that part of it. And like I said, we work extremely hard on it, and so that means I look at them on tape, and they do some really good things too. So it'll be a challenge for us, as it is every week, to try to win that special team battle. But in order to have a shot, you got to do that. I thought Saturday we improved in all the areas. We got to punt the ball a little better, you know, and we got to do a couple things. But it was great to see our field goal kicker come in and kick a couple field goals. He's kicked the ball. He's done a good job kicking the ball off. So I feel comfortable where he is, and we just got to continue to get better in the other areas.
I feel like special teams get magnified on the road at all because the momentum plays and they can take a crowd out of it
I
pretty
think
quick.
everything gets magnified when you go on the road. You know, I think but you know, we played pretty well on the road. You know, we had opened up there on the road this year, and so it's important that we go on the road and play well. And I know our fans will travel well. I mentioned earlier, we'll we'll probably have as many fans there as, probably more than what NC State had here, so, you know, everywhere we go, our fans follow, and that'll help us. Okay, guys? Thanks.